welcome to the Crafty Diamond. I am Debbie. Today I am going to have my weekly whip and chat, but as you can see by my setup, I'm actually going to be doing a kitten chat, and this one is a little different because this is a very old diamond painting. It is my oldest from 2022, and that was early 2022. I'm going to include on the screen what I'm actually working on, and I'm also going to show you guys at the end. I'll do a pan over. This is the fairest of them all by Mandie Manzano. It is a 42 by 125 centimeters, and there's only 45 colors. This came with sticker sheet, but the sticker sheet, it wasn't even cut. So I decided that I am going to just do these by numbers, and I'm just going to do them in DMC order. And I'm also going to be looking on the side of the canvas to make sure that I know what I'm working on. I could create stickers, but just decided not going to bother. But I do have a list of the DMCs, so that way they are definitely in order, because that would be a problem. It is really going to be interesting with me working on this because of the fact that it is so old. It is totally different. There's been so many quality changes and updates since 2021, 2022 time frame. But I want to get my older ones done, and so I thought this would be a perfect way to do this. This is also part of my diamond painting goals for this year, was to actually complete complete 4 Mandie Manzano diamond paintings, and it hadn't even started. So I thought now is a good time. This was also during the time with Diamond Art Club when they included the ABs as DMC numbers that were 150 and below. And so this one is 129, which is not a DMC. I do have a conversion chart. There's something in there. There's a black drill. I do have a conversion chart that I could use whenever I'm done. We'll see how much static is also in here. That's going to be quite interesting. It does have 2 ADs in here, and I could add a lot of bling to this if I really wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to just do this the way it's charted because, you know, it is very nostalgic. It is very classic. I've been putting this off for years because you can no longer get these, unfortunately. You might be able to in a D-stash, but I would be careful because I have seen these type of diamond paintings, her princess panels, over the years, and some of the D-stashes are crazy expensive. I mean, I have seen them that go for, you know, a normal price, one that would not be outrageous to pay, up until $300 or more for this. Since you can no longer get these, they had to stop with these princess panels. I think that there was an issue potentially with Disney, or they were afraid it was going to be an issue with Disney, and so they stopped it. And I did sell some of mine at the time because I didn't think that I would do them, which kind of sad now because I kind of wish I would have kept them. Why does it say I already have a problem? What's 138? There is one here that's 138, which is ABs. I don't have a 138, so I'm not sure about that. I'll put that over to the side. That's interesting. Yeah, there's not a 138 on here. Okay, so I guess we'll just keep going and figure out if there's a problem. There are going to be a crazy amount of 310s in here. And that is very typical for Mandie Manzanos. I'm honestly dreading these 310s. There's 5 bags of 310. If you're not familiar with that, that is black. And 310s are notoriously bad, but even worse is that they are notoriously bad in older kits. So we will just have to grin and bear it. If it is just horrible, I have plenty of 310s in my stash that I could use. I don't want to, but if I have to, I will. I do have, I'm using a 60 bottle case, and I have 16, I can't count. I have 16 extra bottles, so I will use those if I need to for an overflow. But with 310, since I have so many bags, I'm not going to worry about that. I could go ahead and do this. I think I will, which means I'm going to have to move all my bottles around. That's fine. I know that this is 310, but so I'm not going to worry about putting a number on here, having to deal with putting another sticker. I'm just going to put this at the end of my ones that have the stickers on them, so I don't have to worry about that. But all these other ones that are 310, these 5 here, 4 left, I am going to just put those over to the side. I will put that in a project bag, so that way I will know what it's for. So now I'm going to go really slow on this because I do not want to miss what I've done here. Okay, this is 312. I do have these in order by 100s just to save some time. I did go ahead and I put washi on my containers. I don't think I need it with the current, well, I don't know, because these are art dot that I have for my number system here. So I don't think they stick. I think it'll be easy to take off, but just in case, number 6 is 317. I don't have a 317. Making sure I haven't missed it anywhere. I have a 318. Do you have a 318? Here's 317. 317 is 6. Okay. This is going to be quite interesting. I don't diamond paint like this either with just a number on here. I'm using the schematic number. And then at the end, I will go over the canvas and just show you what I'm referring to, show you the canvas. This one even has what I lovingly call training wheels. And that is where it has the round, like there's circles around all of the, where the drill field goes. I hate those, to be honest, because if you're not careful, you can see those through your drills if you don't have them just right. So that's going to be something that's going to slow me down as well. Even though this is a really large painting, I don't think it will take me horribly long because there's a lot of color blocking with Mandie Manzanos. There wasn't a lot of confetti back in the day either that I remember. Of course, that's been so long ago. That's when I first started diamond painting, so I probably wouldn't have known anyway what I probably would have thought was confetti was probably nothing. So that's going to be fun. I was going to wait and do this one as my 100th diamond painting, but I have a way to go, and this was just calling my name for some reason. I wanted to do a round because right now I have all squares that I'm working on, and I thought it would be nice to have a round in my whips or my work in progress. And I was just looking and looking, and this one just kind of saw it. I thought, yep, this is the one. It just was calling my name, and it's time to go ahead and do it. Let's see. Let me know how you guys are doing today. I would love to know. Let's see, I'm on 10, which is 413. I'm now in the 4s. I don't know what to do about this 138. I don't have a 138. I guess whenever I get on here, if I have a symbol, I don't know what it is, then I guess that's when I will put that one on there. All right, so now I'm on 10, and that is 413. This one I'm going to have to pay a little more attention, more than I usually do on, especially the whipping chats, but on the kitten chats, I don't have to really pay attention as much as I am on this one, just because I don't have stickers. I hope everybody is doing well. Let me know how your weekend was. 414. I am actually recording this. I don't know if I'll get it all finished or not. I am recording this on Sunday afternoon. I'm trying to get into my habits again where I am doing quite a bit of recording on Sundays, and then I can do on Mondays, I can do edits, or I can edit on Sunday nights. And so that way I will have at least 2 videos. I like to have Tuesdays and Thursdays done on Sundays if possible. All right, so that's 12. There's not very much in here. Hopefully I won't run out of drills either, because these drills are different than the current drills. Current drills have been updated along with the drill field on the canvas. So I hope that everything will fit okay. I need 519. We are getting so close to the end of the month. It's just absolutely crazy. I'm hoping to get another finish in. Don't know if that's going to happen. See, as far as my personal life, what did we do this past week? It's almost a blur. I did take a few notes. There's not much on there. We didn't do a whole lot. I did have to go into the office for a couple of meetings, and then I have to go in anyway. Where are my 600s? These 600s look like 8s, which I think is really weird. I can't really tell a 6 from the 8. Is this 666? Not 14. I have a 606. To me, it looks like an 8, but it's a 6. They did change that as well. I had to go in to work for a couple of days, and then I had a meeting at different locations. We went to a meeting that was actually at one of our campuses that has a military presence. They're close by a military base, and they have a building that is just for military. And I had never been in there before, and it's a very nice place. I really was impressed. I really liked it. And I was in there for a little while, and then I had to go to a different building. So it's like we were being routed to different places. It's kind of weird. Right, 16,728. And so we got that. After that meeting, I went to another campus and had to do some work there. So it was like back and forth on campuses, which was kind of funny. It's a lot of driving. And then we did have an open house one day this past week. Surely all these will fit in here. We had an open house one day this past week at my normal campus. And so we had to volunteer at least one time. So I went ahead and volunteered for last week, and that was half the day. And that was for new students. So I got that done. And then from there, that was like 4 hours. And I helped over with the advising. So that was fun. Kind of broke up my week. 7:54. Wait, I don't have a 7:58. 7:54. Okay. I got another one that I'm missing. 7:54. Wait, here it is. Okay. I said this is getting crazy. Okay, 7:54. And I got to meet some new students. There were several that were going into accounting. So I thought that was really cool that we do have some future accountants. And that was nice. I need to get, let's see, that's 310 over here. And I showed them our accounting lab area. I'm still trying to see if I can get my office moved to another location. I don't know if they're going to let me. It's not looking very promising because they're saying that they don't have other room. Okay, I'm going to just, this is a really big one. All right, this is 7:54. Take this top off. This is an overflow. So hopefully they will go ahead and let me move either to that one, or there's another one that's also easier to get to than where I am. That would be nice. Less driving, which I'm okay with the driving part. I mean, it just makes it nice that if I have to go more often, that I don't have to drive as far. Right now I'm on 7:58. There we go. We're talking about the fall, starting to have conversations about what we are planning on doing in our classes. And we've gotten new textbooks. That's something else I got to deal with, is a new textbook. So that's going to take some time, and I will start working on that, not this week, but next week, because we are off for a week. We're going to have campus closed, and so I will be working on that instead of being in class. So that's going to take up a lot of my time, but it's going to be nice because I'll have more time to work on it. I don't have to worry about stopping and talking to students and seeing what they need. Okay, 7:62. Is that a 7? I can't hardly tell the 7s from the 8s. That's a 6. Okay. And if you've noticed, I am almost halfway with these, with this kit up, and there's not any static. I should not have said that too loud because I know what that means. The rest of these will be so much static I won't be able to stand it. Right now I'm at number 21. That is a 775. I spoke to my oldest, Madison. She is now a little over 5 months. So we're starting to count down, and I'm starting to hear all the fun things that baby C is doing. And she is, this past week, she started kicking really hard. It was just flutters before, and so since this is Madison's first baby, she didn't know if it was just a flutter or if she was actually kicking or what. And I said, she is starting to really get ready, and she's going to really start kicking soon. You'll know definitely that it's a kick. And so she called me this past week, and she said she is definitely kicking, and she kicks really, really hard. And it's like an all-day thing. She's just constantly active. And so that's really good. And Madison said that all of a sudden, just overnight, you can tell that she's expecting. She said for a while you couldn't really tell. I mean, Madison was so small that if you knew her, you could tell. And if you looked at her really closely, you might think that she might have been expecting. But now she said there is no doubt. When she wears her scrubs for work, she said that, just the right one, 783, that is 24, yes. She said that when she wears her scrubs, that she also wears a shirt, long sleeve shirt, or even sometimes a sweatshirt underneath her scrubs. And she said you really can't tell, but and she also wears a jacket, a lab coat too, and she said you can't tell. But if she takes all of that off, she said you definitely can. She's still able to fit into her clothes. She said they're not tight yet, but she's mainly wearing scrubs because she is working 10-hour shifts. She's actually doing the rest of her hours so she can take the NCLEX exam, and she has everything that she needs for her nursing certification. So hopefully she will have that done after the first part of July. She'll be done with that. Now I need 803. Okay, there's 8. There's 803. These numbers are really throwing me off. I'm glad that Diamond Art Club has changed their 8s and their 6s. It's not like it was. It's hard to tell what it is. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what she looks like. And I told her she needs to start taking pictures so she can tell from like 1 month to the next what she looks like. I'll definitely get some once she moves here in August. But I'm hoping that she's doing that too. I'm sure I'm staying on track here. Okay, number 27. 814. There's 814. If you've happened to have completed this canvas or any of her other, Mandie Manzano's other princess panels, let me know. I'm curious because they are out there still. And I was going to keep this as what Katie of Diamonds and Washi calls her rainy day stash. And I thought, nope, it's time to get this one out and start working on it. Even though it is huge. And it's not like I don't have large canvases already. Paige is doing very well. She worked last week, and then she realized that her company is open on July 4th. So she will be working. That's her day because it's a Friday and she works on Fridays. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do because I go to our local library when I drop her off. It's just too far of a drive to come back home. It would be me coming home, staying for probably 20 minutes, and then having to go back out again. So it's not worth it. But I don't know what I'm going to do because I have to kill 2.5 hours before I go start to drive and to pick her up. So she works for 3 hours, and then The library is like 30 minutes from her job driving, so usually it's traffic, so I have to leave the library like around 1:30 to go and pick her up. And so because of that, I've been lucky that I can stay in the library, but since they're going to be closed on July 4th, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't want to just sit in the car. It's going to be extremely hot. Our weather has changed like crazy here. It went from kind of chilly or nice nights to being in the 90s. And for some reason, I don't know, I just wasn't ready for it, I guess. All right, 24, making sure I got all of these. I am just really paranoid. Okay, down 130. There's a couple, check those out. 8:23. We are still working in our house. Every weekend, I try to unbox at least one box. I was able to unbox 3 boxes yesterday on Saturday, so that was very helpful. I have, I think, 3 boxes left, and they're not very big. So I am getting there with the house, and then I can start moving things around because I'm already seeing how I don't like how I have stored some things. So that's something that I got to start thinking about. Now that the fence is up, Molly is so much happier than what she was, our collie. 32, 893, that's this one. Because she has been so much happier. I've seen major improvements with her. She's able to run, getting some of her exercise out, getting some of her zoomies in. So she's just doing so much better. I didn't realize how that impacted her not having a fence for a couple of months. And it really did. I'm on the 900s now. 938. It's 938. So now she's not barking like she was. She was barking at everything. So now she's going outside. She's enjoying being out there, even though it's super hot now. We are still talking to contractors about our deck. And hopefully we can do something because the flies and the mosquitoes have been horrible. I don't know if it's just a horrible year. Oh gosh, I just spilled some. I don't know if it's a horrible year for mosquitoes or if it's just the fact that we live close to a river, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I'm sure it does. We're in a different location too, and so I don't know if, because we're in a different location, I don't know how it normally is here. I have no idea. I hate having to put on bug spray. I just absolutely hate it, but I have gotten bit so many times because we like to be outside. I don't know, I hope my pen's not dying. We like to be outside, and so unfortunately I get bit very easy. Not as bad as Paige. All right, that pen has had it. Glad I have another one handy. Okay, 938. I've been told that because of Paige's blood type, that she is a magnet for, sure, that's good, that's good, 33, 35, that she is just a magnet for mosquitoes. And if we are outside just any length of time, she will get bit really bad too. So I've got to do something. The citronella candle, the lavender plants, none of that's working. I've tried using the dryer sheets. That usually works. It hasn't worked that much this year. And I've bought something else now. I bought these round stickers you can use, and those are supposed to help deter mosquitoes. They hadn't come in yet. Hopefully that will work. All right, this is $9.48. Let me go ahead and put this on here. Hopefully that will help. I did buy some of these bracelet things, and you get like 10 in a pack on those, but they're only good for like 72 hours, and really it's only a one-time use. The next day, it just doesn't work very well. So hopefully what I bought now will work. Right now we're on number 36. $9.95. Okay, that's this one. These are really pretty colors in here, at least. Now I'm getting excited and want to start on this, but I probably shouldn't. Did anybody purchase the mystery diamond painting canvases? I ended up not purchasing them, but there's one that now I'm kind of having FOMO. It was a Margaret Morales. It's gorgeous, but I've done it before and I wasn't happy with what I had gotten. There was a Margaret Morales that was absolutely stunning that I have seen. And I'm hoping, because there's so many that's been mentioning this diamond painting, I'm hoping that they will come out with that one. We'll see. All right, $33.71. I have two huge bags. I'm going to just open one, and then I may go ahead and fill the others up. I'll have plenty of bottles, but let me just do all of these first and then see before I do that, because this may be 3 bottles right here. And these are like a dark brown, I think, almost like chocolate. All right, that's number 37. And what did I say this was? $33.71. I'm hoping not to spill these. Okay, $33.71. Okay. I would love to get that one. I thought about looking in the D-Stash group for it, but there are so many that want it. I probably won't be able to get it. I won't get it in time. I won't be able to catch that one in time. But that one was just gorgeous. And I love Margaret Morales. She is one of my favorites too. Besides Mandie Manzano, Margaret Morales is a top favorite. I think I will go ahead and put this other $33.71 in here because it all fits in this container. That way I don't have as many. I only have the 3 tins I have to worry about. That I have 4 bags that aren't opened. But I'd love to know if you got it and if you were happy with the mystery that came in your box. I thought about it, but the one and only, I shouldn't say the last time, the one and only time that I did it, it was a couple of years ago, and I really didn't like anything. Well, I shouldn't say that. I liked one in my box, but I think there were like 6. It was a bigger box than what they've been doing. And I liked maybe 1 painting out of there. The others, I either gave them away or I sold them. And so I thought, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to, I like to know what I'm ordering. And I didn't want to be stuck with paintings that I would not ever use. All right, we are getting closer to getting this done, but there were some gorgeous paintings in there. Very, very pretty. Let's see. Where I stop. All these are good. 36, 37. I'm on 39, 37, 38. Okay. So on 38, 37.56. This is going to be quite interesting when I do go to work on this. I will have to really use the legend, which I don't ever do. I'll probably get my sticker sheet out. Right now, they are still in a box. I have them in binders. So I will probably have to get that out and just keep that handy. Be a lot easier than having to go through and look at this legend. 37.60. I did not buy anything else. Oh, yes, I did too. I've been waiting on Hades and Persephone to restock. And there's so many variations, but it was on from Margaret Morales. And on that one, it did restock. I grabbed it really quick. So that's on the way. And that's the first diamond painting and diamond art clip I have bought in a very long time. I do have a few that are on my wish list that are still out of stock. So if they ever come back, then I might buy a couple more. But at this point, I'm kind of waiting until Black Friday. So unless something just really pops up that I absolutely have to have, or if it's something in my wish list that I really want, I don't plan on buying anything else until Black Friday, because I have enough. I know what I'm going to work on pretty much for the rest of the year or close to it. And so I don't want to buy anything and it'll just sit. Especially when I'm still working on organizing and trying to get my diamond paintings in some kind of a order. Once we have the space in our garage, once my husband has his section cleaned out, he gets a building, then I will have plenty of space to put my extra diamond paintings, and so that will be really nice. That's when I will really get to organize more. 42 is 38.41. That's 37.99. Put that over here. 38.41. I'm hoping I can get that done by the end of the year, because I do want to do a stash. I'd like to do a stash video going into next year so that I can keep an eye on my stash. I want to be able to see that my stash is going down. And I'm going to go through. There may be some that I am planning on destashing. I feel pretty good about the ones that I have. There's just a couple I'm not sure about. So those will be, I might do a stay or go series. That's a possibility. Right, so make sure 38.46. Aha, there's 138 finally. All right, 38.46. Look at the very end instead of the beginning. It's at the end of the canvas. At least I know where it is now. I feel better. Diamond Art Studio UK is having a pre-order for their Halloween canvases, and the pre-order is going to remain open until June the 30th. There are some really cute diamond paintings. Wait a minute. Oh, there's 45 colors. I did not put a 45 on here. Oh, because I don't have a 45. That's why. I only had 44 labels. So I will have to put this, and I forgot to leave a space, so I have to move these down a little bit. That's okay. but they are having a sale, and I am now an affiliate with Diamond Art Studio UK. And if you purchase and you use my code, you will receive 10% off of your order, which I think is really cool. And I will also receive funds that will be points, and then that will go towards orders. I didn't want to do cash. I wanted to just do going towards orders. And so that's how I have mine set up. And I will use that towards my channel. So if you would like to order from them and you want to save a little bit, then feel free to use the code, which is underneath my description. But do not feel obligated. I'm just trying to help you save some money, but I don't want you to feel like you just have to purchase anything. I don't want anyone to feel obligated. Here are the colors. I know it's hard to see, but those are all done. And I still have 5 that I can actually include because I have all of these. I have 4 310s, and then I have one $37.99. I'll probably go ahead and include $37.99. I can put those in these 2 bottles, and that way be one less thing to worry about. These 310s should fit on top of here without any problem. Hopefully they will. And then $37.99 right now, I'm just going to put it here. If I want to, I can do that, but it still is short on here. And I do like my bottle cases. I'm going to pull out the canvas and I'm going to go over a few things. Okay, you guys, here is the actual canvas, and you can see all the differences. And you look at the top here, it does say still do what makes you sparkle. That's something that's the same. But then if I can get you down lower here, I know it's kind of hard to see, but on some of these you can see how they have the training wheels, the circles around the symbols. It still looks really good and clear, even though it's older. It does say the fairest of them all. Here is our thumbnail. She is gorgeous. I did Queen Elizabeth was my first one from Diamond Art Club, and it was a Mandie Manzano. I guess that's why I just love these panels. They are so much fun to do. I will outline all of the black first and then work around it for each of my sections, but I will be going across with this since it is so much shorter going across and going down. I mean, look how pretty that she is, and look at her eyes. It's still a gorgeous rendering, even though it is rather old. It's not outdated. I think that it's just a classic, but I will probably frame this one and put her maybe close to Queen Elizabeth, even though that doesn't really go together, but they're both Mandies. So we'll see. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click on the like button. That really does help me. Also, if you're not a subscriber, I would love to have you as a subscriber here. Just click on that subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you are notified of any future uploads. And as always, happy diamond painting. Bye.